How's it going, guys? Welcome to the 59th episode of Angry Birds comedian 1996. Yes, superstar Luna knows rants. In this episode it's on Caillou's birthday punishment day. Sorry for not posting any rants for over 2 months. I was just busy and demotivated with other videos, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this rant. I hope you guys enjoy it. Caillou's birthday punishment day is the most disliked video that Harry Strackertoons, which is the user I ranted on 8 months ago, has ever made on his channel. Here are the following reasons why this video features torture, child abuse, and extreme violence. 1. This video is self-explanatory. It's a punishment day video where Caillou gets harshly abused to death in his birthday and a long-minute Caillou torture porn video. Even if Caillou is one of the most controversial and hated shows on PBS Kids, he doesn't deserve to get any type of abuse at all. Boris, Doris, Rosie, Leo, Clementine, Sarah, Miss Martin, Ms. Clementine, and Mr. Cherry Cook were all at their absolute worst in this video, as they abuse Caillou to the extreme during his birthday and treat Caillou like he's worse than Hitler and treated him like property than a human being. Which shows all of them as sadistic, cruel, mentally insane, selfish, evil, heartless, nihilistic, unsympathetic psychopaths from hell, worse than Hitler. And sorry excuses of human beings to him. If Leo's parents, Sarah's parents, George, Billy, and Caillou's other family members who are not involved had once found out that Boris, Doris, Rosie, Leo, Sarah and Clementine were involved in this mess, they'll scold, ground, and punish them for their maltreatment of Caillou on his birthday, and even Ms. Clementine would be ended up getting divorced for her bad actions by George too. It has countless plot holes, no sufficient research, and violent logic excuses. First of all, how did the traps already get set up? And how did they get the equipment and weapons for the torture? They don't have weapon licenses as they never revealed to have them. The children aren't even experienced with weapons, unless they were taught by their parents or from certain sources. This also applies to the adults as well. What are inside the presents? While it's shown to be DVDs of Thomas the Tank Engine, which makes sense because the eponymous show was formerly on PBS Kids from seasons 8 to 20. How did they get them? How long were they hiding to surprise Caillou? The punishments themselves are pretty self-explanatory and give nothing but anger-inducing reactions. This would make child services and the FBI so furious at them for what they did. Starting off, when Caillou wakes up, a chainsaw falls on his head and brutally hurts him, damaging one of his eyes. However, Caillou survives and later magically heals. In the stairs, there are traps set up. Thankfully, he avoids them. They first off burnt down his bedroom stuff, except for his computer. Since the room was on fire, they could have died or passed out from inhaling the smoke. In fact, it could have spread to the other rooms or burned down the house. Also, the computer would be burned anyway. From above, while he did avoid the spike pits, unfortunately, they force him to fall into them. Boris deletes System 32 on his computer, but won't delete the desktop, documents, pictures, music, and videos along with downloads. However, there is no mention of his cloud storage. He also deletes his phone data, only to later destroy them. When they sent Caillou to Chuck E. Cheese's, they peer pressure on him to kill Chuck E. Cheese using an M16, which is very cruel and disrespectful to do. After shooting Chuck E. Cheese, they strap him in the sign and decide to use a nuclear missile, which is illegal for civilians to own, and also Boris and his accomplices had done terrorism and property damage, though it's unknown if there were people still inside Chuck E. Cheese. Also, some more houses would be destroyed. Wouldn't they be dead from the blast radius? They chop off Caillou's ear with a sword, which is mutilation. After getting his ear chopped off, they force him to take a quiz. For a while, it might sound harmless at first, but it also scares Caillou. After failing the quiz, Rosie, Sarah, Leo, and Clementine shoots Caillou with guns. After Caillou was shot multiple times, they pour bleach on his wounds to worsen his pain. Bleach can be very dangerous when aimed at the eyes. After that, they decide to fire nuclear missiles at the houses of Little Bill and Dora, despite the fact both Marquez family and Glovers have no involvements with this. After destroying both houses, they force Caillou to lay down. The rest is self-explanatory. After eviscerating him, they force him to read a book. After reading the book, They force him to eat a so-called cake that is made out of dirt, which is unappetizing and disgusting. They force him into the remnants of his room but with excrement all over it, which is highly revolting and inhumane. He could have opened one of his windows and run to get help. They send Fred Jones to give Caillou a concussion. After that, they make him listen to very loud music, which can be deafening to people who have sensitivity to hearing. They put Caillou's leg in the blender, which counts as mutilation. The penultimate punishment is where they dismember Caillou with chainsaws, which is just abnormally disturbing and extremely violent to see. After that, here comes the final yet worst punishment Caillou has ever faced in this video. They force him to jump off a building while filming it. This is enforced suicide and snuff filming, which is something that Logan Paul did to the dead bodies while he's at the Aokigahara forest at the time, but instead of the dead bodies killed by suicide, it's about Caillou jumping off the building to commit suicide. How extremely heartless and scary for everyone to see. Plus, if this was realistic, the adults would all face multiple death sentences and the kids would face multiple life sentences with a death sentence once they reach the legal age. However, the video makes the viewer think that they all got the special treatment, which explains why they are walking free. Those charges are multiple first-degree murders, child murder, and filicides charges, assault, arson, mutilation, battery, child abuse, child endangerment, torture, poisoning, pedophilia, property damage, terrorism, snuff filming, dismemberment, illegal possession of military equipment, possession of prohibited weapons, use of weapons of mass destruction, coercion, mascot cruelty, and disrespecting the dead. Caillou would be dead anyway after the chainsaw falls on him. When waking up, he would die of blood loss, which is just pointless to start punishing him. 3. After Caillou dies, they celebrate his death, which is heartless as it's considered disrespecting the dead. 4. The characters who abused Caillou get off with their crimes, making them insufferable and terrible karma Houdinis. As stated above, they received some special treatment from the law. What kind of justice system is this? And 5. For reasons overall, this whole video was nothing but pure torture that can also make the viewers furious for what they did. And it even proves that Caillou had suffered the worst birthday he ever had in his whole life. But anyways, that's all for today. If you are interested in my channel, you know what I like you to do. Consider giving this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content in the near future. But anyways, thank you all for watching and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.